Little Halloween people here dressed up, having a great time. Wonderful. Thank you for everybody being here. So, let's get this started and call to order and do a roll call.
Alderman Spergatis.
Present.
Alderman Talanair.
Here.
Alderman Parker. Absent. Alderman Shipp.
Here.
Alderman Geenan.
Present.
Alderman Clark.
Here.
Alderman Mayberry.
Here.
Mayor Tones.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. Do the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment of silence, please. Thank you very much. Item number 5.
Minutes of the October 8th, 2018 meeting.
Move to approve the minutes as printed.
Second.
Moved to second. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Item number 6.
Minutes of the executive session of October 8th, 2018.
Move to approve the executive session minutes.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes. Update, item number 7. A couple items here. Fright Night on Riverfront. I think we got some of that already in here. Thursday, October 25th, 2018, the Schrebert Riverfront Park will be a quest for candy, full of fun for the children, including trick-or-treating, entertainment, live DJ, and a costume parade. The fun starts at 5 p.m. and goes until 8 p.m. The first 600 children will receive a free goodie bag. For more information, please contact Rock Island Park and Rec Department at 309-732-7275. Books for Kids Trivia Fundraiser. On Thursday, October 25th, 2018, the Rock Island Public Library Foundation's Lauren Evans Watts Memorial Fund will hold a trivia night at the Quad City Botanical Center from 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. There will be a trivia play, Mulligan Doublers, and Rent a Genius rounds. Boy, there's a mouthful. By the way, I'm going to stop. You get to rent me. I'm one of the celebrity geniuses, if you can believe this. They're in trouble, but I'm in trouble. I'm not sure. But so I will be there to enjoy this. Proceeds support children's materials at the Rock Island Public Library. Light snacks may be brought in. All beverages must be purchased at the cash bar. Donation to play is $10 per person. For more information and reserving your spot, please call Kathy Klalonik, Rock Island Library Foundation, at 309-752-3014. It's going to be a lot of fun. Early voting, very important thing to do. Any voter may cast a ballot and needs no excuse, reason, or ID. Early voting is now open and will continue through November 7th at the County Courthouse office. This week of October 22nd through November 5th, the County Clerk's office will be open from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. For more information and to check for times and availability, please visit www.rockislandcounty.org.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
I believe there might have been a error there. November the 6th is the election. I think you said November the 7th. Is that right?
It does read November 7th. So,
Yeah.
oh no, excuse me, I jumped. It goes through November. It does say now open will continue through November 7th. So there is a typo there.
Okay.
But it is from the 22nd through the 5th
5th.
is what it is.
Election day is the 6th.
Correction is yes,
Okay.
correct.
Thank you.
Good catch. Thank you. All right. Number 8.
Presentation of the 2018 Labor Day Parade Awards.
Wonderful, wonderful thing to do. Grace, I think, where's Grace? Oh, there she is. I will.
Kind of goes, yeah, it goes with the theme. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everyone. My name is Grace Shirk, and on behalf of the Rock Island Labor Day Parade Advisory Board, I'm honored to be here tonight to present awards to a lot of you who are sitting out there tonight. We are so blessed to have a hometown wonderful old-fashioned parade with citizens and businesses and families and churches, and I'm just so proud to be a part of the city of Rock Island. So, before we get started, though, I would like to pass along a few highlights of the parade. We're very happy to report no accidents, no injuries. Thank you to the Rock Island Police Department, who helped with traffic control. We are also always grateful to the Rock Island Fire Department, who are on site and available to handle any medical emergencies. And we've had a few in the past, but nothing they couldn't handle. We thank all of the various departments of Public Works for their support in the parade, including assistance from the Streets and the Engineering Department. And a very special thank you to the lovely Miss Linda Moore, who's the city administration, works in the city administration office, and she gives her organizational support to this event each year. And a very, very special thank you to the weather department. They held off the rain this year, and it was close. It was touch or go, but it held off till the end of the parade, and we so appreciate that, Lord. Over the years, we occasionally dedicated the parade to a memory of an individual. This year, we were very, very pleased to dedicate the parade to Mr. John Hass, who passed away March of 2018. As many of you know, John was a dedicated member of our community. He was dedicated to his families, his friends, and especially Rock Island. Over the past 93 years, his family-run business, Valley Construction, has helped to build and maintain Rock Island. The Parade Advisory Board is grateful for the support that John and Valley Construction have given to this parade over the past 34 years. So thank you, John and family. This year, the lineup included sponsored musical groups, which participated through the generosity of local businesses, organizations, and individuals. So we would like a special thank you to go out to the Rock Island and South Rock Island Township offices. They sponsored the Mighty Metro Steppers from the Martin Luther King Center. McDonald's sponsored the Rock Island, Pride of Rock Island School Marching Band. Crawford Company for sponsoring, we'd like to thank them, the Allman High School Marching Band, and Orr's Mortuary for sponsoring St. Ambrose University Marching Band. And a lot of people don't realize it's a community parade, it's a Rock Island parade, but we have people from Rock Island, from the country, from probably every city in the Quad Cities that come to our parade and participate. A very special thank you to the members of Washington Junior High volleyball team for carrying sponsorship banners throughout the parade, the Rock Island Clean and Beautiful and Environmental Action Club, who passed out litter bags at the beginning of the parade, and a big thank you to the Edison Junior High, who cleaned up after this event. And really, the people who watch it are very good, for the most part, about trying to pick up the litter around them. But thank you to Edison for doing such an excellent job. A very special thank you to Kate Wilfong McKinley. She served as the official photographer, and for the first time, we had Landon Love try helping us out by taking some drone footage. So we're going to have a video available pretty soon for people to watch. A few years ago, entry announcers were added to the parade. A thank you to me from the parade board. I didn't write this. The lovely Mary Chappell did. Bill Sowards and Patrick Adamson, who served as this year's announcers. Additional thanks to the owners of the various parking lots that allow us to announce from their locations. We are most grateful for those who donated convertibles, and they're always difficult to find, so if you ever want to help us out and ride a Citizen of the Year throughout the parade, you remember to give City Hall or Mary Chapel or myself a call, and we would love to have you next year. Invaluable support comes from the Davenport Amateur Radio Club, who helps us to stay in contact with people throughout the staging area and all the way to the end of the parade. Now, did you know that there's 85 volunteers that help to make this parade possible? 9 from the advisory board: Art Milton, Grace Shirk, Sammy Montgomery, Bill Sowards, Edna Sowards, Kay Whitley, Greg Hampton, Patricia Vincent, and Mary Chapel. We are led under the wonderful leadership of Mary Chapel and Art Milton, and we got to give them a hand. "34 years and counting, and 35 next year, and we got to give kudos to the board, but especially to Art and Mary. This hardworking group works along with 76 volunteers that come together the day of the parade. And it's really just family members and friends and Rock Islanders and non-Rock Islanders who come together to make it possible. So we're very grateful to each and every one of them, because it couldn't happen without their support. And lastly, a special thank you to our City Council, who gives their ongoing support to the Labor Day Parade, and even help to select each and every one of them one of these trophies to go out to one of you, because they care so much about our city and our parade. Before I close, I want to pass around along a couple more interesting facts. Did you know that we had 120 entries, 10 government officials, 35 organizations or clubs represented, 29 businesses, 7 local churches, 7 individuals or families that developed an entry, 12 schools, and 12 musical groups. Pretty darn impressive. Of course, this wouldn't matter if nobody came to see the parade. So we're very, very grateful for each and every one of the people who came. Again, 34 years ago, the newspaper had a headline that said, "Community involvement is the key to the parade's success." I think so too, and we thank each and every one of you that were in it, who came to it, and had any part to making it such a successful parade. And we're proud to say we're in Rock Island. So, I know you're tired of hearing me, so let's move on and recognize you wonderful people who are here. So you know there's different categories. Next year's the 35th year, and we're thinking of looking over, how we decide the awards go out, so we may reevaluate it. But for now, 6 entries are chosen by the residents. We turn around and pass out folders and say, would you like to vote who your very favorite entry is? So these are who our residents of Rock Island chose. Backwater Gamblers of Rock Island. And how would they like to do this? Do you want everyone to come up here and stand, and then at least through each section? So when you come up here and receive your award from the mayor, if you would stay up here through category, then we'll let you sit down in case anybody wants to take pictures. So Backwater Gamblers, is anybody here representing them? No. And you'll see up there they had wonderful pictures that are compliments of our photographer, and they were there, but they've been with us a long time. Their entry featured 2 trucks pulling 2 boats and members performing on dry land. How about the Speedway Fire Rescue? Come on down. This year's entry featured 4 rescue trucks, walkers. Speedway Fire Rescue is an all-volunteer, nonprofit organization that provides safety and fire rescue at local racing events. So thank you very much. Blackhawk Bank and Trust, if you would come down. The bank's entry showcased a company truck and float that featured a small house. It reminds everybody that Blackhawk Bank is your neighborhood bank, locally owned, and lots of wonderful people working there. Quad City Vet Center. We were honored to have the members of the Quad City Vet Center there. Do we have a representative? I think somebody's coming up. We're happy to have them there this year. They were featured in the parade's hero section. Their entry featured local veterans, and they focused on honoring the recent homecoming of the missing in action from the Korean War. Igor's Bistro. Is somebody here from Igor's? Well, if you don't know, oh, here we come. Thank you. We are excited to have Rock Island's scariest eatery, the spooktacular Igor's Bistro, join the parade lineup this year. Their entry featured a car and a trailer with Frankenstein on the back, costumed walkers, and a hearse. So thank you to Igor's. And last in this category is Celtic Cultures Alliance of the Quad Cities. Do we have anybody here? This organization entry reminds us to enjoy the rich cultures and contributions of the Celtic people. They featured a float with walkers promoting the upcoming Highlander Games. So thank you. Okay. Yes, I'll get out of the way, though. You don't want me.
You can be. Oh, come on. Can we go? Do you want to get closer? Come on. There we go.
We hope to see you all back next year. 35th. Okay, next, the council's choice. Thank you to each council member for choosing an entry to be a part of our parade. We have the Quad City 50s Friends. Anybody here? Yay, they all came. We're happy to have you here. Remember when I said around the community area? These lovely people are from LeClaire, Iowa. They returned to the parade lineup this year. Their retro entry featured a red truck with sunglasses and a Coca-Cola themed trailer. Several members of the group were dressed in 1950s attire, and didn't they look really cool? Very good. McManus Orthodontics. This fun entry was both historical and hysterical. It featured a truck and trailer with "Love Where You Live," signage, purple and white balloon volunteers, and the cutest darn little 4 dinosaurs, some of them walking alongside, and they had braces, and they were still dancing along the parade route. Oh, toward the end. Not toward the end. They got tired. Those were so cute. They were so cute if you didn't get a chance to see them. Hy-Vee of Rock Island is unable to attend tonight, but they are in it every year in a wonderful, in addition, they showcased a semi and their new wellness bus. Several employees passed out water bottles to parade watchers, and if you remember, it was a pretty hot, humid day, so the water was very welcome by everybody. Quad City Rollers. I know I saw them come.
We're going to have a group up here.
I think I'm
I was wondering about that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, we are very excited to have this first-time entry from the Quad City Rollers in this year's parade. Their entry featured a truck pulling a special skate, followed by several of their team members in roller skates. So thank you to the Quad City Rollers. The Rock Island Horticultural Club. Club members created another special botanical entry based on this year's theme, Love Where You Live. Their entry featured a trailer that showcased all kinds of birdhouses, small ones, some small ones made of gourds, and a very special large white birdhouse with a bluebird resident. Thank you to the Rock Island Horticultural Club. Two Rivers United Methodist Church and Grace City Church. Members from these two active Fifth Avenue congregations joined forces and ideas to partner on this special entry. To promote their upcoming Bless Block, the event, members from both churches created a float that featured members sitting in pews, street signs, come on up, and a sign that said, "We love where we live, so we are coming together to bless this block." We have 2 trophies for them, one for each church. Did you get?
Sorry, I got the wrong one.
That's okay. There should be 2. Did you get one to each church? Yeah, there should be 2.
2 Rivers?
2 Rivers.
2 Rivers?
Oh, okay. Okay, Church of Peace. Do you want me to scoot over? No. Do you want me to move? Well, no, we got one more to go. Let me get the last one in. Church of Peace, United Church of Christ. Are you coming through?
Good, how you doing?
Good, nice to see you.
Good seeing you.
Crowd up here tonight.
Maybe several deep.
Okay, Church of Peace. This year's theme-inspired entry featured a church banner and a float on the heart balloon decorated float. Church members rode along carrying red heart signs that named their very favorite places or things about Rock Island. So thank you to Church of Peace and to all our winners.
Now the challenge picture.
Now the challenge is
Gotta get cozy. Gotta get cozy. Look for those people behind you. Make sure if you get shorter, get up front or something. There you go. How we looking there?
Sorry, boss lady told you, huh?
No, I couldn't. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, 3 awards left. A while back, the parade committee so loves doing this, and it's a labor of love, and we've been doing it for 34 years. And we decided that we would like to choose a favorite entry also. So we go through all the entries, and people from the parade committee get to nominate who they'd like, and then we all vote, whoever shows up to the after parade party. But anyway, South Rock Island Township won this time. Do we have members of the township here tonight? I see some. You're not going to come up, Alex? Okay. Another great theme-related entry was created by the staff of South Rock Island Township. Their entry featured a decorated truck that carried special guests, Poppy from Trolls and Chase from Paw Patrol. But along with that, the float was decorated with pictures of everything that the staff loved about Rock Island, including a huge ice cream cone and some Native Americans showing our appreciation for Black Hawk State Park, and just lots of pictures. I don't know if you can tell, but on the other side there's the bridge, and there's, of course, America, because we love America where we live. So congratulations to South Rock Island Township. Yeah, there's 3 more, but actually, if you could, this one I will jump in because I'm the supervisor.
Good doing this picture. Okay.
Here
are you?
Luke, look at Daddy.
Thank you. The little guy walked. No, he went in the stroller the entire length of the parade. Marshall's Choice. We have the best theme related. The Marshall. No, you guys should wait. Oh, you're going to want them to go?
Whatever they stay.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do. The Marshall's Choice is Terror at Skellington Manor. Our parade marshal this year was Udall Watts, and he got to choose the best theme-related entry. If you are a fan of Halloween, this entry was for you. The creators of Terror in the Woods attraction at Skellington Manor entered a truck with creepy eyes and a trailer featuring a creepy graveyard and lots of creepy characters, as you can see alongside. And they had a wonderful banner that said, "We love you to death."
We do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. The very last award night, of course, goes to the mayor's choice. The mayor gets to choose his favorite entry, and this year he chose the Black family of Rock Island to receive this honor. Do we have members here? Here they come. There they are. Janelle's a former student. Based on this year's theme, the members of the creative family once again transformed their special golf cart into a very special float. The cart was decorated in white from top to bottom with heart-shaped signs that highlighted what the family loves most about Rock Island. On top of the cart was the city's logo and a sign showcasing this year's theme, Love Where You Live. We congratulate the Black family on their win and thank them for once again creating such a wonderful entry. And this is an example of when I say just a family can come together and have fun and make an entry, and they get the Mayor's Award. Congratulations to the Black family.
Roll over your toes, buddy. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having a good sense of humor.
Oh, absolutely.
You too, Grace.
Oh, there you go. That would have been
That was
great.
nice of you. I felt honored. Okay, how about one more round of applause for everybody? This concludes our presentation. We hope you enjoyed the parade, and we hope you enjoyed the evening, and we really hope you'll come out next year for our 35th annual parade, and we'll find something new and special to share with you. God bless everybody. Good night.
Absolutely. Got my picture on it. They also had my other favorites, Whitey's and Boji's. If we can hang here just a second, let him. It's a good photo. Yeah. Where'd they all go? They don't want to listen to us?
Given that much on. Well, phew.
Damn.
I've only left two.
Yeah.
I'll have to bring it down for
We got to come up with the test to give him.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Fun part is over. Now we got to pay bills. A few other things. Yes, exactly. Got to just stop. Item number 9.
A special ordinance for the installation of speed limit signs on 4th Street with its intersection with 5th Street and establishing a 3-way stop intersection of 4th Street and 5th Street.
Move to consider, suspend the rules, and pass the ordinance.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Spargattis.
Yes.
Talonier.
Yes.
Ship.
Aye.
Keenan. Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item number 10.
A special ordinance establishing a four-way stop intersection at 14th Street and 16th Avenue.
Move to consider, suspend the rules, and pass the ordinance.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Spargattis.
Yes.
Talonier.
Yes.
Ship.
Aye.
Keenan. Clark. Mayberry.
Aye.
Guys, got your microphones on?
Item number 11.
A special ordinance establishing a four-way stop intersection at 19th Street and 9th Avenue.
Motion to consider, suspend the rules, and pass the ordinance.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Spargattis.
No, for the reasons stated at our last meeting.
Talonier.
Yes.
Ship.
Aye.
Keenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
5 ayes, 1 nay. Motion carried.
Item number 12.
A special ordinance establishing a four-way stop intersection at 12th Street and 21st Avenue. Painting of 2 crosswalks where there are ADA ramps at 12th Street and 21st Avenue, and the installation of crosswalk ahead signs at the intersection of 12th Street and 21st Avenue wherever appropriate.
Move to consider, suspend the rules, and pass the ordinance.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Spargattis.
Yes.
Talonier.
Yes.
Ship.
Aye.
Keenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 13.
Claims. A, report from the Public Works Department regarding payment number 1 in the amount of $24,687.72 to Centennial Contractors of the Quad Cities Incorporated of Moline, Illinois for the CDBG funded sidewalk repair project for services provided from September 11, 2018 through September 22, 2018.
Motion, what motion to accept the report and authorize payment?
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Spargattis.
Yes.
Talonier.
Yes.
Ship.
Aye.
Keenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carried. B, claims. Report from the Public Works Department regarding payment number 1 and final in the amount of $322,534.15 to Tri-City Electric Company of Davenport, Iowa for the fiber optic cable Phase 11 intersection cameras project for services provided from July 26, 2018 through August 16, 2018. And C, report from the Information Technology Department regarding payment in the amount of $32,995 to Azteca Systems Incorporated of Sandy, Utah for the annual update and support maintenance of the CityWorks software application for the year from December 18, 2018 through December 17, 2019.
Motion to accept the reports and authorize payment is recommended for claims items B and C.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Spargattis.
Yes.
Talonier.
Yes.
Ship.
Aye.
Keenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 14.
Claims for the weeks of October 5th through October 11th in the amount of $1,978,038.57, and October 12th through October 18th in the amount of $472,938.26, and payroll for the weeks of September 24th through October 7th in the amount of $1,455,942.96.
Move to allow claims and payroll.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Spargattis.
Yes.
Talonier.
Yes.
Ship.
Aye.
Keenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 15.
ACH payments for the month of September in the amount of $984,433.96.
Move to approve the ACH payments.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Spargattis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Shipp.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carried.
Item 16.
Purchase card claims for the period from August 27, 2018 through September 26, 2018 in the amount of $68,945.61.
Motion to approve the purchase card claims.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Spargattis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Shipp.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carried.
Item 17.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding a request for qualifications for writing a National Register nomination for downtown Rock Island, recommending the contract be awarded to McGuire Igleski and Associates of Evanston, Illinois, in an amount not to exceed $11,812.
Move to award the contract in an amount not to exceed $11,812 as recommended and authorize the city manager to execute the contract documents.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Yes, I have a question. I think it's Chandler because I don't see Ryan. On the report, it says not to exceed $11,812, and unless I missed something, and I read it a couple times, under fees, it states that a fixed fee including expenses of $10,750 is what the, that's on page 2 of the report, by the way. So I'm wondering what the extra $1,000 is for, and is it in the report and I didn't see it, or is it not in the report?
Sorry?
I'm sorry, it was on page 2?
Page 3, isn't it?
I'm sorry.
Page 3.
No, page 2 of the report from the associates.
Right.
From the
Yes.
company. I see
Under
what you're saying.
fees?
Yep.
Yeah. That's where I'm citing the $10,750. I just don't know where there's an extra $1,000 in round numbers in the motion, and
Those are typically contingencies. I mean, if the guy runs into a little extra, you know, it's,
And that's why it says not to exceed, correct?
Right. It might be a little bit more in case we run into something we have to do or any extra documentation needs to take place. So we made sure that it was.
I would just request that if that's going to be the case, that it be stated in the report. That's all.
That's fine. Fair.
Okay.
is this like hiring a consultant, to be clear?
Oh, precisely what this is.
To fill out,
I
the-
just
to fill out
had
an
thought that
application. Yeah.
we had heard something at the previous goal setting about that. I just wasn't clear if I remembered that.
I'm sorry, I was talking to Stephanie Masson.
This is the one we received a grant for to
Correct.
fund it. So.
Correct.
Okay. I just want to be clear.
Yes. No, and I think that's worth being clear about.
All right.
Thank you.
Can we have a roll call, please?
Oh, did we get any other requests for qualifications?
We did. We sent it out to 50 different firms, and 3 companies did respond. And that's with the number of the 3 we walked through. Price was one consideration, but also have they worked in this area? And this group has worked in Aledo, Illinois. And, of course, the close proximity is another thing that worked well. They're out of Evanston, so in case we have to deal with something, we're within a couple-hour drive either way.
Thank you.
Roll call, please.
Alderman Spargattis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Shipp.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays, motion carried.
Item 18.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding a development agreement with First Choice Auto Sales for the improvement of their facility at 2501 11th Street in an amount not to exceed $13,000.
Move to approve the development agreement as recommended, subject to minor attorney modifications, and authorize the city manager to execute the contract documents.
Second.
Move to second. Any discussion?
Yeah, I would like to just say, I hope it turns out as well as 11th Street and 21st Avenue that you all have done on 11th Street. So keep up the good work. It's nice. It's 4 blocks away.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen it, you need to drive through it, because it was public and private partnerships all the way around.
Yeah, it's very exciting to see these projects start to stack up on 11th Street, the development that we need to do, all of which I think is certainly going to help with our aspirational goals of more larger scale development. I've thought for some time we've always had to do more work, and perhaps we put the cart before the horse in the past, but the present's now, and happy to see that staff is working, this sort of grassroots effort, business by business, and, smaller dollar projects like this versus larger scale things that we do elsewhere in the city. This is really meaningful work. So bring more.
All right. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going. Can we have roll call, please?
Alderman Spargettis.
Yes.
Talonier.
Yes.
Shipp.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 19.
Report from the Finance Department regarding an adjustment to the calendar year 2018 budget, recommending an increase in the Parkway I-280 TIF, also known as Jumer's Casino Rock Island, in the amount of $595,000.
Motion to approve the budget adjustment is recommended.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion?
Stephanie, could you, because I want to vote no on this one.
Come on now.
I want to know if we can keep the money. I would prefer not to give it to the county. No offense to your family, Virgil, you or your daughter, and service you provided the
No
county.
offense taken.
No, but I mean, for those who will read the description at home, the attachment isn't super in depth with detail, but basically the long and short of this is we have to give money back because of the deal that was set up.
Yes, it's been customary since the Dreamers TIF has been in place that after that 75% distribution is returned to them per the redevelopment agreement, that after any expenses that the city has, which is normally just very small administrative type expenditures, that the rest of it is surplused every year back to the county, and they then distribute it to all the taxing bodies. So of the, what was it, 400, well, another agenda item, 493,000.
595.
Half of that goes back to the schools to support them. A quarter of it comes back to us, 12% to the county. So it all gets distributed. There was a delay of paying last year's surplus because there was some project work that was ongoing. Chandler had reached out to Dreamers and the county to make sure it was okay that we proceeded with some other project work, which is why it was delayed, which is why we have a budget adjustment, because this year we'll have 2 distributions. So
Great.
hopefully that helps.
Very much so.
We look forward to our 25% of it back.
Yeah.
I did budget for it. Okay.
I think this sets a good pace with the other taxing bodies. There's other projects that happen in town that we potentially may need their assistance in. It may not be this one specific local, but another area that there maybe not be a TIF, but they could actually help out with some tax rebates. And so I think that we work together as a team with these taxing bodies because we may need it in another area.
So we should vote yes.
I think you should vote yes.
Okay.
Did she change her mind? Change your mind?
Under duress. I will vote yes.
Under duress.
Roll call, please.
Alderman Spargettis.
Yes.
Talonier.
Yes.
Shipp.
Aye.
Geenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 20.
Report from the Police Department regarding the hours for Halloween trick-or-treat, recommending Wednesday, October 31st, 2018, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. in the city of Rock Island.
Move to approve the trick-or-treat hours as recommended.
Second.
Moving in second. Any discussion?
Yes. As most of us know, we set this time, but these kids might be out here trick-or-treating 2 days, 3 days in advance, and the day after. Well, that's what they do, right? But that's the time that we set.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing we can do about that, is there?
I don't think so. People going door to door.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the different cities have got it at different days and everything else, so hopefully they'll get their fill with it that way and go visit the dentist the next week.
The dentist should be paying for all that.
That's exactly. As long as I get rid of my candy so I don't have to eat it myself, but
Yeah, highly recommended to go to the mayor's house.
First.
No joke.
all right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Item 21.
Report from the Public Works Department regarding a request from John Faramelli for water service outside the city limits to his property at 2930 47th Avenue.
Motion to approve the request is recommended. Authorize staff to coordinate the construction, inspection, and connection to the city's water supply and refer to the city attorney for an ordinance.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Shipp.
Aye.
Keenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 22.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding a surplus of funds in TIF 4, also known as Jumer's Casino Rock Island, in the amount of $493,151.37.
Motion to declare a surplus of funds in the TIF 4 as recommended and authorize the finance director to return the fund surplus to the Rock Island County Treasurer for distribution.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Shipp.
Aye.
Keenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 23.
Report from the Community and Economic Development Department regarding a surplus of funds in the South 11th Street TIF in the amount of $140,854.63.
Move to, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
Move to declare a surplus of funds in the South 11th Street TIF as recommended and authorize the city finance director to return the fund surplus to the Rock Island County Treasurer for distribution.
Second.
Moved in second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Shipp.
Aye.
Keenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 24.
Report from the Traffic Engineering Committee regarding a request from Friendship Manor for the installation of no parking signs on the south side of 21st Avenue from 12th Street to 75 feet east of the Villas driveway and the 21st Avenue Hill. Note, action on this item was postponed from the October 8, 2018 council meeting.
On behalf of both Friendship Manor and Olivet Baptist Church, I would like to move to continue again to the November 12th meeting, and if I can get a second, I'll explain why.
Second.
Moved in second, so now we're in discussion.
Thank you. By the way, there are representatives from both Friendship Manor and Olivet Baptist here tonight if they need to speak to the council or if the council wants to ask them any questions. The reason they're both asking for basically a continuance is they tried to set up some meetings and we're not able to coordinate schedules because of people being out of town. Friendship Manor has graciously proposed offsetting the 8 parking spaces in the proposed no parking zone to be able to make up for those spaces in their parking lot along 12th Street by the Silver Cross Nursing Center. So Reverend Schuler has not been very available because of his schedule, and they want to meet, and I would like to facilitate that and come back in 2 weeks. I should say probably that the agreement that's going to come out of that discussion will be an agreement between Friendship Manor and Olivet Baptist Church. The city will not necessarily be a party to that agreement, but in order to help, coordinate things and facilitate things so everybody's needs are met, I'm asking for us to delay for another 2 weeks.
Okay, so we want a roll call on that?
We had a motion and a second.
Yep.
Alderman Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Shipp.
Aye.
Keenan.
Aye.
Clark.
Aye.
Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.
Item 25.
Report from the mayor regarding appointments to the Rock Island Housing Authority Board.
Motion to approve the appointments is recommended.
Second.
Moved to second. The two individuals are Rob McCoy and Alderman Dave Geenan.
Nice. Where are you going to come up with the time? Oh, we got to wait. We got to.
All right, any other discussion?
A lot of things I want to say, Mayor, but
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There it is.
Nice going, David.
26, other business.
What's the police?
That's the other business. Anybody else, anything the council wants to?
Well, I just, last week I've been thinking a lot about it, and, when we did these awards for the gardens, we've been told a lot that water seems to be an issue with our community gardens, and I stand behind what we said last week, that we will make sure we will have water next year. I really, what are we giving our residents the impression when, they tell us they want water and we don't supply it? So I think that we're on a, make sure next year we absolutely definitely do that.
Well, not to disagree with you at all, but they did offer to pay for some of that water. So.
oh yeah.
We still don't provide it, yeah.
Correct. I just wanted to make that point.
I think what we're asking for is just a solution.
Exactly.
I know we got one of the world's largest rivers
And no
right
water.
there. We've got all sorts of water infrastructure. I think it's a really good investment. These folks are coming to this community. We continue to want to make them feel welcome, continue to give them opportunities to make Rock Island home. And I know firsthand it is demoralizing when you've got time and money and a lot of sweat equity put into a plot that you can't water when it needs to get watered for maximum crop production. So we have to figure this out. We really want to see this next year.
Okay?
Yes.
You want to make a comment?
Go ahead.
All right, all right.
Yes, in the last month, we've lost 2 pedestrians have been run over in the 2nd ward, and I believe this year we've had 3 or 4 pedestrians run over. These are accidents or whatever, but the seasons are changing, the time's changing. People need to be more careful when they're driving down the street. We have a high population of people that are walking, and it's a shame. And like I say, one was there on 31st Avenue, one was there on Black Hawk Road and 12th Street, which are in the 2nd ward. The first thing you're taught almost before you drive a car is the pedestrian always has the right of way.
Yeah, and Alderman Maber, I agree with you, and I think it's great that we've been installing a lot more stop signs in our residential neighborhoods. I think that's important. People are calling for it. They recognize it. Because you're right, people are out on bikes, they're walking. They want to use the streets and sidewalks and feel safe. And that's really important.
And I think it's an opportunity then for us to look out in our neighborhoods. We had someone speed by our house a couple days ago, and it actually was a city employee that was yelling at them to slow down. It's looking out for your neighbors and making sure that your street is safe too. We can put all the sidewalk signs or the stop signs we want, but if we're not out engaged, getting people to slow down for our neighbors and their kids, stop signs aren't going to do anything.
Last year we had a big problem with 11th Street, Highway 67 during the snow. The people were not cleaning the sidewalks off, so the people were walking out in the street almost getting run over. So that hopefully we don't have the snow we had before, but that's tragedy for this many people in the city our size that have got killed already walking.
I don't want to belabor the topic. I think you're all right and everything else. I think another thing we need to encourage citizens to use the corners versus, quote, jaywalking.
Yeah.
I think that's very important. You put the stop signs in. If you do it on either end of the block, but you walk down the middle of the block, between 2 cars or whatever, it can be an issue. So there's just a lot of things of safety that we need to be cautious on, and on everybody's side, people walking and driving. And so, go to the corner. People are a little more expected of potential pedestrian in corners than they are in between.
I'd just like to chime in for a second and say, you have to be a defensive driver, but you also have to be a defensive pedestrian.
That's exactly.
Because I see people running stop signs more now than I've ever seen before. So just because there's a stop sign there, don't step out in front of a car unless you're sure he's going to stop.
Let me I'll continue with some bright spots. We, of course, had a lot of presentations today, Labor Day parade, but I did have the pleasure of doing the ribbon cutting, reopening of the McDonald's on 11th Street. If anybody hasn't been in that, it's very impressive. I was shocked at how it looks and the technology and the modernization there they used. But even also with that is that the investment in the city. That was $1 million investment that they made. And they're going to do it again. They're going to do it again up on 30th Street and 18th Avenue next year. It's a couple that owns the franchise, these two and plus some others. So it really is great to continue to see investment once again on 11th Street also to continue. They do a great job of maintaining their lot out there and et cetera in the investment. Along with today, I got to go to a ribbon cutting of a nutritious kitchen within Unity Point Trinity, working with cardiovascular approach, more than just medicine, more than physical and everything else. They're doing it also holistic and with health and everything else also, but in investing in the community. So once again, there's just two recent ones that are positive things that are happening in the city of Rock Island and, of course, helps the community. And then we'll have another, I don't know if it's a ribbon cutting or announcement later this week with McLaughlin Body. So on the 10th, at 10 o'clock this Wednesday. Large investment there with that, so we'll have another one. So within a week, basically a week's time, there's three good developments.
And Dunkin' Donut is looking good.
Dunkin' Donuts looking good. They're working on it again, and hopefully in a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, we'll be able to do that one.
All right.
My breath on that. Maybe just a month. So,
Mayor, I've got one more announcement I want to share. And Judith, you can help me out with the dates here on this one, but applications are available here at City Hall for those who are interested in running for City Council next year. Wards 2, 4, and 6 are up. And I just wanted to, I know I've talked with some of my colleagues up here, but just to put the word out at large and maybe it'll get carried in the paper, but I will not be running for re-election for the 6th Ward. And whole variety of reasons for that, but mostly it's just my professional and family obligations at this time. Really need my full focus. And so I'm hoping someone from the 6th Ward or several are willing to step up and put their hat in the ring for what I hope would be a strong competitive race and to continue to move that ward forward and work with this team to move the city forward. Not going away anytime soon. This is not goodbye. But this is just an announcement for the public to know and to be transparent on that.
I don't know if you mentioned, but you can pick up those packets now.
Yes.
They're due back December 10th.
Yeah, due back December 10th.
Between the week of 10th and the 17th
Yeah.
is when they're due back. So we encourage people, but the details there. But, of course, they can come see the city clerk. So, all right. I think we have a few people in the audience that'd like to speak. Is it Rita? Is it Baggs?
Hi again. I don't know if you guys remember me. I was here in September, and I pled my case about the neighbor and trees and issues that I had. And when we left that meeting, we had talked about an ordinance being looked at, making the homeowners responsible for keeping their trees and shrubs trimmed, pruned, and topped. And I just wondered where we're at with that.
Staff is currently looking at options. We're exploring other ordinances in other cities. There aren't very many. It's very unusual to find that type of ordinance, but staff is working on it, and we'll have a report back to council later this year.
Well, I just wondered because when you go up 24th Street Hill, headed up towards 18th Avenue, there's that one section, I don't know who owns it, that's just got trees galore that are hanging way over into the street. And one was down today. You know, I would be concerned about it falling on somebody driving. So whoever owns that property should be the ones taking care of that, right?
Well, currently, and I guess the city attorney could weigh in on this legally, but if it's overhanging our right-of-way, we would have the right to go straight up and cut everything off.
Well, you might want to take a look at
Just
that. There's a lot of stuff hanging over in
we
the
do
street.
if we see a dangerous limb, but typically that's very expensive to trim every tree in the city that's hanging over the right of way. So, what's the location? We'll take a look at it.
It's on 24th Street as you go up from 9th Avenue as you go up.
Turnkey.
Yeah.
Old turnkey.
Yeah, by the old Turnkey. It's not there anymore. But that's why I don't I'm hoping that people are made responsible for that. If you choose to keep a tree, then you should be the ones that take the risk of taking care of them, not expect your neighbors to do it. That's my feeling on it. And I'm not the only one. After the meeting, when I went outside, a couple people came up to me and they thanked me and said, you know what, we need something like that because we have friends that are going through the same thing you did. I lost my home insurance. I have to pay double the risk now. I've lost my car insurance because you bundle those, and when you lose one, you lose the other. I had to go and find other car insurance, and I have to pay more. That's not fair. That's not fair. And it's because these dead trees kept falling on my property and pulling my electrical conduits and stuff out of my house. My garage roof is leaking. I can't even get it fixed because the half-dead tree is still right there by that, and people are scared to get up there. They're afraid it's going to fall on them. I finally did talk somebody into getting up there, and they patched it with tar, but I got to replace that whole side of my garage roof and my soffit on that side, and I'm not going to pay $1,200 to $2,000 to get that done if I'm going to turn around here in a matter of weeks or months, and that tree's going to fall and do it again. It's not fair.
We're going to look into it.
Okay. But
Thank you.
the other thing, too, and I don't know how this works or how it goes, because I sent out certified letters, because that's what I've been told by everybody. And the owner of the property, it's an LLC, a foreign LLC. They didn't even go and pick up the certified letters. So this is why I need help. I need the city to step in and say, hey, you need to get in here and you need to take care of this.
You can go to the Secretary of State's office, and they will have a registered agent. If they do not, and if you go online.
In Iowa? Because they're registered,
Yeah,
they're licensed in Iowa.
if they're doing business in the state of Illinois, they have to designate someone to accept service of process. If they're doing it legal, if they're obeying the law. If
Well,
they're
they're
doing
not.
it legally.
That's a problem.
And so then it can check with the Secretary of State's office, and if they do not have a registered agent, you can serve the Secretary of State's office, and there should be somebody there that could talk to you about that.
Oh, I thought the agent was in Chicago, but
Then they do have
neither
one listed,
place,
yeah.
Chicago or over in Iowa, neither place. I sent them everywhere.
Sure.
Believe you me, I covered my base. I sent out almost $30 worth of certified letters.
Yeah. He's trying to
And-
help you with a way of being able to make sure that they pick it up or get it.
Huh?
That's what he's trying to help you make sure they pick up that certified letter.
Well, no, they've already refused to get it.
Right, but they have a
Back.
registered agent that you can serve, which they're required to have if they do business in the state of Illinois. It sounds like you sent it up to Chicago to their registered agent.
Yeah.
And so.
And he didn't get it.
Okay. So what I would suggest you do is possibly call the Secretary of State's office, because anyone who does business here is required to either accept service and have a place where they can do it in Illinois, or the default is the Secretary of State themselves.
Well, the property manager, I finally got a hold of them and talked to them about it, and they said that they've gone to them, and they cut down the trees that were causing damage to their house, and mine, but the one that also has caused damage to my house, they ain't gonna do anything with that. They don't care if it damages my house. That's what she told me. They don't care.
That can be a difficult situation with an LLC. Many people set up LLCs for that very reason, to protect themselves from any personal liability, and they set up a separate LLC for every piece of property
I
that
don't
they
allow
own.
that in the state of Illinois.
You'd have to talk to someone in Springfield. I can't tell you, ma'am.
That's ridiculous.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Is your name and address
We got it.
on the sign-up sheet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would appreciate it, though, if you would really work on an ordinance to make homeowners responsible.
All right. Next up is Teresa Campbell.
She left.
Oh, did she leave?
She was here for the church.
Okay. We got Sharon Taylor.
evening.
Good evening.
I live in the city of Rock Island, just off of
You want
Black
to pull that
Hawk
microphone
Road.
down a little closer so we can, there you
City
go.
of Rock Island, just off of between 11th Street, 13th Street. I don't know how many of you have possibly seen me out with the sign. One sign has this. This is the first sign I created. There was an accident. There was a fatality on September 30th at 7:07 p.m. I was one of the few people out there that took the time to check the situation. Unfortunately, the man did pass away there. I was there was also a car accident not too before that on that exact stretch of road. I've only lived in this area a little over a year, and I decided that something needed to be done because the speed limit through Black Hawk Park is 45 miles an hour. I'm sure you are all aware of that. It reduces down to 40 miles an hour, but up until the point where you come to 13th Street, it quickly changes to 30 miles an hour. There's a small downhill, downgrade, which leads down towards 11th Street. So between 13th and 12th Street, people are supposed to be going 30 miles an hour, but I'm out there every single day, at least for an hour, hour and a half, holding either one of these signs, actually both of them, so the traffic from either direction is able to see that there is a problem in the area. I am not real sure what the answer is. However, I have incorporated this light into my signing in the evening. It seems to draw attention to the cars that are coming down the street. They do tend to slow down. I just feel as though there is an easy solution to this. I'm thinking possibly the speed limit sign that says 30 miles an hour could have these flashing lights around it. They could be solar powered during the daytime, enabling them to be used in the evening. I don't think speed bumps are probably going to be a viable option at this point, or street table bumps, I believe that's what they're called as well. I'm just bringing this to your attention. I know that the Channel 4 has done, is continuing, excuse me, to cover my concern, my cause, because I think that the man's life was lost because of someone exceeding the speed limit and failing to slow down when there are pedestrians in the area.
Ken?
As I mentioned earlier, we can put as many stop signs as we want in a neighborhood, but if it's not people like you who are engaged, who are making sure that their neighborhood is safe, that are finding creative solutions that they can bring to city, that's exactly what we're asking our citizens to do. So thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Mm-hmm.
We need more people like you letting us know where people are speeding if it's unsafe.
Okay.
This is, excuse me, I'm trying to apologize, I'm joking. That is a state highway there, or state road, and they regulate the speed limits through there. So that's not city regulated.
Okay.
It's all state.
Black Hawk Road is a state-owned highway.
Yes.
Okay. I was not aware of that.
I-88.
Yeah. Or
So
5.
then,
Actually, it's Illinois 5.
Route 5?
5. It's a state highway, and they
Okay.
regulate that.
There are, I'm certain, plenty of people on staff that know who to contact in the state that could help you.
Yeah, we can pass that information to them. Larry Cook, the Public Works Director, can do that or get you some information. That's Larry right there in the
Hi, Larry.
colorful tie.
Okay. So then I continue to just stand out. I will be out there, I guess, how long it takes for this. I've already been doing this for almost 2 weeks, every night and every day.
Do you have a front yard on Black Hawk Road?
I have a yard that is not facing, I live in a duplex off of Black Hawk Road, or 46th Avenue, which is what it's referred to, I suppose, at that point.
I was just wondering if you could put the sign up in your yard, but on your property, so the people driving could see it, and you don't have to stand out there with your little flashlight or whatever that is.
A biking light or
okay.
whatever.
Yeah.
It's,
Make sure you
sure.
make regulations.
The
of signs
problem
out
with
there,
that, I drive that often, and I've seen you, and it's inherently faster than a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. It's like going over the Centennial Bridge. I mean, it's got a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, but no one drives it. And I don't know how you can get people to slow down there coming through Black Hawk Park and then going to a 30, and it's a state highway. I don't know how you can get them to go 30. And
give them tickets.
Well, then I would have to contact the state police, is that correct? If we're going to be issuing tickets for people that are speeding, did I misunderstand what you said?
We can issue, and we do issue speeding tickets on the state highways that run through the city. But I'm just saying in terms of the bodies that would make that decision, you'd want to talk to your state representative and state senator and ask them to lobby on your behalf with the state Illinois Department of Transportation to intervene, to look at that, to look at data of how many accidents that they've had on that, to do whatever it is.
Okay.
We have a process here. We have a traffic engineering committee that makes decisions for city-owned streets, but we can't implement speed limit changes on that section of roadway.
Okay.
I mean, but I think we could be part of the solution, and asking our police force to, look at setting up more, presence there. Try to get more tickets out there, spread the word, public awareness campaigns. There's a lot of things that we can do, but the material change that would rest with state authority in terms of ultimately changing the speed limit.
So they are the ones who initially put up, this is kind of a silly question maybe, the speed limit signs that are currently in place.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to put one there, in addition, this is just a hypothetical, I'm just hypothetically speaking here.
The city is not able to put any speed signs there.
Okay.
That would be the state regular, and we may
Right.
facilitate it for the state. It may or may not. In some cases, we do that, but it has to be state directed through the Illinois DOT. Is where that directive would have to come from, as far as whether there's more signs, whether they're lit, et cetera, would come from the state. Whether they physically do it or we do it is immaterial. Is it semantics?
Yeah. So, I would definitely recommend following up with either Representative Mike Halpin, who's your state representative, or State Senator Neil Anderson, who's your state senator, to contact one of their local offices and get the ball rolling on that. Say, at a minimum, we want well-lit speed signs here, because it is, especially at night, it's a dark stretch of road.
It is.
So I think that's a great place to start. I think it's a very feasible request, reasonable request. I know our staff hears it. Our chief of police is in the back there, so we definitely hear you.
You had mentioned also as far as the Rock Island Police Department radar, speed traps.
Sure.
Something like that would, I know that, come full circle that people are going to get ticketed, they're going to slow down, and then when the speed trap isn't there, it's just
who's the alderman?
It's not going to.
You?
James.
This guy.
Hi, James.
Well, I will not issue speed.
No, but
tickets.
through him, through
Speeding
your
tickets.
alderman.
I will warn you about speed traps, though. That your friends, your neighbors, your good friends, and your moms and dads, they will get ticketed there. It's not just the people that you think are speeding. You will have very disappointed people all the way around you when our men go out there and put up a speed trap. I know.
99% of my family lives in Chicago. That's where I lived for 30 years. So
That's fine.
And
All right.
that's fine.
So we've given you a couple ideas of people you talk to.
Absolutely.
And good luck.
Thank you for your time.
You bet. Thank you.
Just a second, please. Yes, as she said, you've only been there for a little over a year. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. There's a bottleneck there. There's a reason for that bottleneck. Okay. 2 lanes coming from 4 lanes. The hills on the other side there in Black Hawk State Park are not hills. Those are Indian burial grounds. The state wanted to make that 4-lane all the way from 11th Street all the way down to 17th Street. That's against the law. That's why that bottleneck is there. And people coming from Moline, some of them are doing 60 miles an hour by the time they hit that bottleneck. But that's the reason that will never change, because there are Indians buried right there on those mounds.
Okay.
Okay.
I wasn't aware of that. don't think that widening the road is even a good idea.
Well,
Even if it was
originally-
a feasible option, I don't think that would just increase more
That's correct.
passing. But I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Have a nice evening.
All right. We're on to item 27.
Executive session, 5 ILCS 120, Section 2, C5, the purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body, including meetings held for the purpose of discussing whether a particular parcel should be acquired. And 5 ILCS 120, Section 2, C21, discussion of minutes of meetings lawfully closed under this act, whether for purposes of approval by the body of the minutes or semi-annual review of the minutes as mandated by Section 2.06.
Move to go into executive sessions for the exceptions cited.
Moved in second. Is there any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Spargettis.
Yes.
Talanair.
Yes.
Ship. Geenan. Clark. Mayberry.
Aye.
6 ayes, no nays. Motion carried.